Welcome to Oceanside Spectrum. There's a relatively new organization, nonprofit organization, that is fulfilling a need that desperately needs to be fulfilled. And we're going to find out you're going to be just... When I was hearing all this, I just, your heart goes out to these folks. And the organization is Cancer Angels of San Diego. And here's joining us here on Spectrum is the founder of this organization, Eve Beutler. Eve, welcome to Spectrum.
Thank you, Brian.
Well, thank you so much for coming. Cancer Angels of San Diego, I love that name. What exactly, why did you start it, when did you start it, those good things?
We started this because we discovered this need last year when we did a fundraiser for 8 women that were facing homelessness or treatment. So we did an emergency fundraiser because they had no funds with which they could live. They were living in cars, they were losing their homes. So we decided to found our own here in San Diego County this last August and September. And what we do is we help stage 4 San Diego County residents with cancer who have financial difficulties and simply cannot pay their rent, their food, their utilities, meet the basic necessities of life.
For their living arrangements?
Just for their living arrangements.
Now, do you help them sometimes find arrangements if they don't have someplace to live?
Yes, we help them in as many ways as we can. If they call in, we assess their needs, and we have the volunteers to help them.
Now, how do you fulfill this mission? You've got a beautiful mission here, and you know firsthand that there are people out there that need it, and nobody's really addressing it.
Right.
How are you addressing it?
What we're doing is, first of all, we're making our existence known to doctors, to the general public. And so far, even since our first fundraiser, we've had many, many calls. And what we do is we have an application form. And then if they need rent, food, housing, we will make the payments to the landlords. We will get them food cards from the grocery stores, pay the utility companies directly. Basically, we have a real thorough investigation that we do, and we do interface with their doctors so that we know that they are in treatment basically for the rest of their lives.
So what you're saying, everything is checked out, and anyone that would be possibly considering helping you, whether it be financial or whatever, they want to hear what you've said, and that is that you're not just writing a check to these folks. In other words, if they can't pay their rent, you're writing the check to the landlord, or you're giving them grocery cards to get on and get groceries, or whatever the case may be.
Exactly.
How many people, do you have any idea, either the people that have contacted you that are actually in need of what you're providing?
Well, it's actually pretty shocking. We know already that just in one small community here alone, there's a small cancer organization, they have 40 people on the waiting list. We know of 8 people that are coming to us from Orange County that they've been so graciously helping that they're going to send back to us. And we know there's another organization that just receives calls that need help. A lot of these people are living in homeless shelters while they have stage 4 cancer, and they'll all be coming to us. So we know we have already about 68, 70 people.
This is just an organization that helps refer cancer patients?
And they have nowhere to refer them. So they're really hoping we're up and running soon.
It's almost amazing, how does this happen? How does such a need be out there and nobody's there to fulfill it? It's mind-boggling.
It is mind-boggling because people think about co-pays and medical treatment. They don't think, how does a sick person work to pay for their families, to pay for their own food, for their children? How do they work when they're sick from chemotherapy?
Well, even if they're qualifying for Medi-Cal, or if they're qualifying for CMS or whatever it may be, CMS or Medi-Cal isn't paying their rent.
Exactly, and that's the problem.
Or buying them any food.
Right.
They're paying for radiation, or they're paying for them to go see the doctor.
Right, but some people will give up their treatment so they can work just to feed themselves. And of course, you know what the end result of that is they die.
I know you was obviously very close to this. You founded it. Do you need people to join you and help you?
We would love to have volunteers. We need volunteers. We would love for people to do their own fundraisers, maybe have a tea at their house or a walk-a-thon or a golf-a-thon, whatever they'd like to do to help us to raise funds, because the people are waiting and we're ready to help them. So we need all the volunteers we can possibly get.
Now, do you need any volunteers to do any direct handout to help, hands-on of helping the people that you're helping?
If they are qualified in certain areas for the actual contact, and if our clients request a certain kind of volunteer, because some of the clients are very confidential and others, they just want contact with people because they already feel so isolated.
Well, Eve, thank you so much for coming on Spectrum.
Thank you.
And this is it's just mind-boggling, folks, that this is out there and nobody's even addressing this. So there's any way, go on, you have a website, right?
www.cancerangelsofsandiego.com.
All right. Well, God bless you.
Thank
Keep up
you so
doing the
much.
good work, and happy holidays to you and your
Thank
family.
you.